Hello guys, this is MrDeathtanker and we're here on Ruinberg and I am in my Tier 10 American Heavy T110E5, a very flexible machine, and we got Wildchild in his IS-4, basically Russian steel, sloping everywhere, bounce, 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 and I am the American Heavy that just happens basically to be a medium with a bit more armor in the front. It's a very weird tank to play, I admit, because it's that weird area of like it has some armor in the front that can bounce rounds, but it's still kind of fast for a heavy, so you really kind of just have to play a different type of playstyle with it. Anyway, we're heavies and we're top tier, so we're gonna go ahead and go down here and see what we can see across the basically plaza, I guess you would call it. And I also have to say that this is a 9.3 replay, and my stats are not on, so we're not going to see that. And we're just going to have to, you know, judge all the tanks on what they have right here. Anyway, as we can see from the lineup, they do have a simple tune with Bulba, and there's a Badger and an E4. So we're going to have to look out for those guys and just be a little bit cautious. Anyway, we're going to make our way over here. Wild spots some targets. The Badger gets a big old hit from the Panzer, I think that was. Nope. Waffle gets 2 big hits from us, so loses half his health. More than half, actually. I'm basically just using Wildchild as armor right now. Oh, he just took a big old hit from E4. I'm gonna poke a little bit more to see what I can see. There's that new Tier 8 light tank, the American, but we just sent 2 good shots into him, so he's not feeling all that confident anymore. And right now, I'm thinking we're kind of bottlenecked up in here because there's a T-49 spotting us, and there's an E4 constantly looking at us. And he's Badger, so he's most likely going to be shooting premium now that he knows it's 2 heavies in front of him, especially at IS-4. There's not much here I can really do. Wildchild can stay here with his armor, and basically we're communicating right now, and he's saying, yeah, I can stay here. And I'm basically just moving back, and I'm going to go down a different alley to see what I can do. Basically, I'm just looking for more opportunities to do some more damage either down this way or that way. I'm seeing if I can get a different angle on the E4. This is actually a bad play. I should have just kept on going instead of just going forward more. Because I know there's an E4 there, and he's Badger. So he's most likely going to be shooting premium, and he fires, and yep, credit, and let's see, yeah, it goes right through the turret. Ain't much you can really do to stop that. You know, as soon as premium gets into there, it's, you know, your armor becomes negligible. Anyway, I'm blowing up, you know, my heat, because, you know, if you're going to shoot me with premium, I might as well be shooting back with premium. That's literally almost all the times I will shoot premium ammunition. Other times I just don't care, and I think it's too easy, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I'm seeing what I can look up here, and oh god, T95, but he wasn't shooting premium, so I bounced it with my curves. I bounce off his hatch, you know, that happens. It's a T95. Frontal armor is amazing, even a weak spot, so if you hit it just a little bit wrong, it's just going to bounce off. And this is an American gun, so I can't really trust precision shots too much unless I'm on the move. And then at that point, luck comes into play and I just magically glide into their weak spots. Going back to premium, because I think there's an E4 over here we need to deal with again. Wildchild has abandoned his position to be on this flank too, and this is really weird. I don't know exactly what this E4 was thinking. Maybe he just wanted to get shots down the middle where the mouse and E100 are, but he completely seemed to forget about us, and he is basically just losing all of his HP for getting out of position, not taking cover, and I really don't know what he was doing. I guess he just saw an opportunity for some damage, but he basically got himself out of position, and now we're just hammering him from all sides, and artillery is just going to eat him if I don't get this last shot on him. Let's see if I can snipe something here. Come on out. Poke a little bit more. Show me that beautiful weak spot. Nope, already. I really don't know what he was thinking. But, you know, power to him. Maybe he thought he would be able to get out of position and shoot down the alleyway without us reacting. But we did. We tracked him. Artillery finished him off. Simp is over here. Put him back in my AP. It's only an E5, so I can do that. Spotted right quick. Keep poking out a little bit. Come on now. And they're shooting heat. You can hear it because of this thing sizzle. Track Simp. Shooting Wildchild. Trying to help him. Go for that gear sprocket. Get him. Wild puts another big shot into him. And now our mouse has arrived, even though he's angling quite badly. Yeah, just show him your side mouse. That'll do it. Leopard 1's bugging out to put different shots on us. Simp is kind of balled up behind his dead T-57. And Wildchild is moving forward. Angling all the time. I'm sorry again if I sound a little nasally. It's cold here. And maybe a little bit sick. Anyway, moving out to a different alleyway, using the strengths of this vehicle, speed, and maneuverability of a heavy tank. And, oh, there's Boba. And don't take the shot, should have probably gone for that. I make a mistake here. I'm thinking I can get behind the T110E5 and kill him pretty easily, but then I forget that there's that pile of rubble in the way, and that puts me in front of a T95, so let's not do that. Anyway, they're focusing on Wildchild because he's out in the front and he's behind the, basically that fountain thing, the monument. I'm backing up because I can already tell what they're going to try to do. The Leopard is going to go for it. He's going to try to kill Wild and then they can bottle me up and then I'll be dead. But Wild tracks him. He's stuck there for a couple seconds. Aim, and too late he sees the danger and now he's screwed. He's looking at me. Shoots, it's credit, so it goes through. Kill him. And then the other simp is just, well, screw it, I might as well go for it. But Wildchild punches his tickets, and
we gotta go.
I mean, I guess they had a plan for dealing with us, but they were just too aggressive. They were way too aggressive. Simp included with the, no, that wasn't Simp, that was Badger in the E4. I really don't know what he was thinking. Like, maybe they just fucked off and I don't have to deal with them. No, we were still there. We tracked you and beat you up, and then artillery killed your ass. Anyway, going down the alleyway, doing a similar approach, and there's a tortoise, and I do not want to have anything to do with that, so I'm just gonna back up, wiggle. Goes through my turret. I mean, not my turret, my tracks. Keep wiggling, bounce another one off my curves. But now the bad chat's here. And they're all dead. And unfortunately, Wildchild got derped by the artillery. And, you know, as you can see here, we basically both used our vehicles to their strengths. Basically, Wildchild was at the front, angling his heavily armored heavy, just taking the hits and hit him in the back of the face with his high damage Russian gun. And I was making use of my maneuverability to go different avenues, cover his sides. Basically just put the pressure on the enemy platoon and just seeking shots, reacting when Badger and Simp made mistakes like they did. Honestly, if they had been more passive, it would have been very hard for us to dig them out, especially with an E4 that was basically shooting premium, nothing else but premium. That would have been very hard to deal with in my tank, along with in the IS-4. But they decided to be really aggressive, and we basically punished them for when we were in position, and they just happened to be caught out in the open. Anyway, I got 3,000 damage, and let's look at those in-game plates. Here are World of Tanks replays, and yeah, they made mistakes. We capitalized. If they had played a little bit more passive of a game, I think they would have really won that game, just by out-turtling us with their basically bigger guns, firing premium. I mean, there wasn't really all that much we could have done. Wild would have been just perforated by the rounds, and I would have been stuck without much backup and cover to help me with. So, but you know, they did what they did. We cut them out in the open, and artillery helped us really finish them off. And as you can see here, we made quite a bit of XP and credits from that, but it is also obviously with premium. And as you can see, we put a lot of damaging hits into a lot of different targets here. And if we go by XP, I was top. Wild was third with the Bat Chat with the finishing blows and his excellent work in the field, really taking up second. What do you get here? Faden's medal. Nice, nice. And 13 shots, 11 hits, 10 penetrations. Really good for an American gun. And, you know, it took a lot to repair my vehicle and get the ammo, but, you know, with premium, I was able to make quite a bit of credits, but this was a, you know, really, really good game. 3,000 damage is not bad for this tank. And Wildchild, with his big punishing hits, he really put the hurt into him as well. And that was just a really good way to show how you can mix two different classes of heavies in a platoon and use their strengths to really hold down the enemy and wait for an opportunity to basically capitalize on the mistakes. Because if they had not pushed out and been as aggressive as they had were, they really could have done some damage to us. But I guess they misjudged the situation and really just went for it when they really shouldn't have. But that's it for this replay, guys. I'll see you later.